In the celestial sea where stars align, Lockstitch will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew a beacon of light will work to unravel secrets entwined. Lore with her care and lust for life, turning the cogs in her curious mind. Scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Sail on a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves sails across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renick the brain with numbers and might, forearms for eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse, unveiling the secrets in cosmic dance. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An age-old mystery, and Lockstitch holds the key.
I totally missed your warning that you were unmuting. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 17 of the 4th season of this here game. We are going into the alt future again. This is going to be 2 years after the last time we've seen the Heart the City Beneath world. So real quick recap on that game. In that game, Howl, Pym, Ento, and Forge had been taking missions for Peanut around the world. They were supposed to go to Dyad and bring back a part of the Salamander King, who had apparently died a long time ago, but was now just a corpse, but his heart was still beating. Upon finding the heart, you've found a guard. The person guarding the heart was Willoughby, or Willoughbeast. Like dear friend Willoughby, like gone slightly feral. He was using Clem's honey hammer. And they killed and ate him. They turned him into jerky. And then Ento ate the Salamander King's heart completely. But then Peanut had another mission for them down in the Neverglades to investigate a power source, which they discovered was a reactor, like basically a nuclear reactor that was going haywire. In a moment of desperation, Howl pulled all of its energy into himself and became a necromancer on the next level. Like he is onto a god. he destroyed the shells of Mai and Tarkus and pulled their power into himself. He then killed Forge, Ento, and Pym. And today's game will be 2 years after that event. Howl has been amassing power all over the icosahedron, pulling all ghosts to the Neverglades, and he has made a throne on top of this reactor of his. And Patagon is out for revenge, and he's putting together a hit squad to avenge Pym and Forge and Ento, but co-pilot Pym. And I will get into introducing the players now. All right. So we have Patagon, played by Sept.
Revenge!
We have Akhana, played by Akhana.
Hi.
We got Cass, played by Cowboy.
Only you can decide who faces judgment.
And we got Clem, played by Vanex. Clockwork.
What? No, did not. Okay, hello. I said hello. Oh God, what's to do this every time? Fucking hell. Hello.
At a certain point, I'm just used to it.
Me too. It's okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So, real quick, starting with Patagon, then Akhana, and then Cass, then Clem. What have your characters been up to in this fallen world? So, quick recap for everybody. Like, this is an alt future where right after the heist of Hymnal, like right after all those like negative spirits were released, after all that magic was let loose, the silver thimble just blinked out of existence. Like the island that it's on, all of the buildings, everybody that was inside the silver thimble at that time, gone. So like everybody that keeps appearing in this game just happened to be outside of the silver thimble in that moment. And the world has not recovered particularly great.
Yeah. So Patagon was out on, I think, a reconnaissance mission at the time when it all blinked away, and so he spent the time since then just trying to find himself again, because like he's gotten so used to having the chorus in his head and all these magical pieces, and he just like thrown back, you know, into the time before he was on liminal. So it's just like, okay, back to the basics. We know how to build communications. We know how to use technology. How do we, you know, try to make the best of this? And when he found out that like Pym was killed, it just wept. He's just like, no, we're not going to let this happen again. So it's just really leaned in to just the technology of it and just the, you know, fear, like anger essentially, and you know, try to avenge his crewmates and everybody. So yeah, that's he definitely found some solace in the art song and other pieces. So
For sure. What's Akhana been up to?
Not moving Lockstitch around giant hole in my purpose and being, and guess kind of just looked around for something to fill the void, and I actually missed having missions or a mission, something to believe in. So I am memorializing Lockstitch, and to me it felt almost like a religion, something you can believe in. And when it happened, I was on my way back. So I actually was on the outskirts of Lockstitch. Uh, I took shelter in some back alleys that kind of were hit pretty hard. And I was just looking for people to help while they're down. If I could lend anything, an ear or physical labor, um, try to find scraps of information, kind of, going to my old ways, but really thinking about how damned this all is. And so Lockstitch for me is the moon beneath. And I carry on vigils and I find others that believe in the idea and the spirit. And yeah, I've been doing those kinds of humanitarian aid and little missions.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense for me. And Cass, where do we find you?
Cass is sitting at the saloon in Digburg. Probably drinking as much as he possibly can to forget all of the stuff that has ever happened before him being a part of the crew. He's just trying to forget everything. But he still kind of has something to go to, at least with the whole God Catchers, and he ended up going to Giri and training with him to become a better God Catcher. And he's just been around Bone Mill constantly, just fighting off gods and drinking constantly.
For sure. And Clem, how did you take the end of the world?
Not well at all. I don't know, like, I feel like after everything happened and then like everyone's gone, but then all of a sudden his body's starting to freak out, so he was in a panic, and eventually he just decided like to just leave and just run away and just avoid people and just isolate and just he doesn't want to hurt anybody because inherently he's dangerous, and he's just like he's leaking ass all the time now. He's very volatile, he's very like and he also doesn't he's very angry and he's very frustrated and he's just very conflicted, and just overall he's just he just he didn't know what to do, and he kind of felt hopeless, and like he just I don't know, like he probably would have been trying in the meantime to like do something, but eventually he kind of gave up and just started wandering around and kind of like just finding a place to just be alone and just not try just to just be in peace and like try to find peace, even though it's like he just kind of feels restlessness and pain and just lots of sadness in his heart because like a lot of the people he cared about are gone, and he also can't spend the time with the people he cares about that aren't gone. So like before he ultimately left, he would have said his goodbyes and just disappeared and just kind of would have made sure no one could find him ever again. So would have kept it down low, and just he didn't take just end the world very well. It just kind of like it did kind of end his own world. Like he just kind of like he feels trapped and he doesn't know like what else to do besides just kind of like exist, because he kind of can't not exist. Like he's kind of tried, and it just doesn't it just made it harder to not. So he's kind of just accepted that, and just he's just kind of like found a place and just kind of is there right now, just like keeping to himself and just staying away, and yeah, just like I said, trying to find his own peace, because he doesn't even know what that is anymore.
Absolutely. I mean, fucking metal as hell. So, before, actually, no, not before. So, right now, Akhana, Cass, Patagon has come to you and explained what's going on. We don't need to do those scenes. We can if we want to, or if we want to like get more, further on. And you guys have like, signed on with him for the revenge of like 3 Wander crew members were killed. 3 Lockstitch members were killed by another one that is now slowly taking over the world. We understand like vengeance / justice must be done. As Akhana, you have learned through your contacts that there is another Lockstitch member, Clem, and you know it's Clementine, like you know it's them, based on the reports, have made their way into the Bleeding Mountains. Like, what? How do we know that we're following the right track into the Bleeding Mountains? The Bleeding Mountains are volcanic. They literally are seeping some form of liquid. It feels like you think it would be lava, but it is not lava. It is most certainly not lava. How do we know that we're on Clem's trail?
I mean, one thing would be a deadly mix of honey and acid. So there may be residue. Also looking for, Clem-shaped holes or openings.
Clem, how, when they find your paw prints, like, is it like acid burnt into the ground?
Like I think like what they would be finding would be like not even just like the prints. Like that'd probably be deeper imprint in terms of his paws and hands and stuff like that. But it would also just be like a gaping just like disintegration like of his of his like whole body has been there. So it would just like the like his like legs, his paw prints and everything would be like the deeper imprints, so you could tell that he's been walking there. But it's also just it is like a gaping trail of just like disintegration. And just also, I mean, I guess to say like something else they could notice would also be like if he is nearby, they would be able to smell him. But for the most part, a key thing they could notice is just a trail. And just like whatever just stuff like melting in his wake, because it's constant. It's just constant acid trail, just all there. And it probably doesn't I don't know, have like residual after it's after he's not there. But actively on him, it's very just whatchamacalls it potent. It's very potent.
Absolutely, and you got 2 of the best trackers on the crew following you right now, so hunting you down.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we go any further, Clem, not for you, Clem. I want to wait till you're on screen for it. But what do Patagon, Akhana, and Cass look like right now? Like, what are your outfits?
So for Patagon, it's definitely more leather work. The stitching of the uniform, while great, doesn't hold up well in this environment anymore. So he's definitely had to swap it out for more let's say earth friendly, but more replaceable pieces. Using your hides and everything. So it's closer to like say steampunk, but that kind of just more leather type of aesthetic, like apocalypse kind of. So.
I mean, yeah, that checks out completely. A little bit Fallout Raiders.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Mika did me a solid and put my macabre outfit on, but very similar to that. partial to my black cloak aesthetic, but and I don't want to go too close to the habit that was mentioned last night, but it's very similar. It's more grim, a little less sexy.
In this reality, it's actually
Yeah.
Akhana who killed Truggle.
Oh no. That checks out.
Cass is now donning all black. Everything from the bandana to his vest to his overcoat, it is all blacked out now. There's no color whatsoever in his outfit. And then whenever you see him throw his overcoat like kind of backwards, you could see the bandolier. The bandolier underneath going across his chest.
Yeah, for sure. Black on black on black. With a ski mask. That is my quick look.
I
That's a
forgot to say I'm
bandana.
still strapped too, of course.
Oh yeah, what do you guys' weapons look like?
So, the iconic rip and tear. So no
Nice.
longer magical, but still a hell metal piece of equipment that can rip and or tear. So definitely using that to the fullest, and has been honing his skill even more so than he did back in the Lockstitch days, because life literally depends on it now.
Does real quick about the rip and tear. All around you, especially in the areas of the Bleeding Mountain, near the Bleeding Mountains, people have begun more oil wells. Even before Howl took over the Neverglades, people had begun just building these huge structures that pulled the liquid out of the earth and like have learned to use that to supply energy. Akhana, you can use your motorcycle if you want. It just needs to be powered by this like new. It's like it's the closest to magic that we have now.
Hmm.
And also like rip and tear can be powered by this source if you want to. Like
Okay. I like that idea. Yeah, I wasn't sure what direction we wanted to go with how it was powered, but I was just like, I know that it's still a big piece of equipment. So.
yes, like near where you guys are right now is this town, which is like a shanty town esque. It's like really quickly built, but they have massive oil rigs kind of things, very similar to what we see in the Second Sea. Basically, those exact models just
Nice.
reproduced, drilling deep into the earth around, not around the Bleeding Mountains. The people of the Weir do not allow people to get near. You will get shot on sight and they have really good scopes. Like people know you don't go near the Weir. There's just a ring of corpses around it at this point.
Wish I could tell Kat to go grab some scopes.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. You're not supposed to see Clem yet.
Spoiler.
Alright, so the way that Heart the City Beneath works is to get places, we just roll delve. Do any of you have delve?
I think I have pluses. I don't have delve,
I'm looking at you guys.
I was
None
gonna
of
say,
you. Oh, go ahead.
but I can add a d4.
I was about to say advanced access gives me access to like follow.
Oh yeah, like advanced training. Which one did you choose? Like you choose one of those.
Oh, I choose one of those.
Yep.
Uh,
Go ahead, like if you want to, you already have hunt and kill. So
yeah, it would be delved.
all right. So for a delve roll, you just click on the roll button on your character sheet there. This is going to be standard, and it will be. Ooh, I don't worry about that roll. Yeah, this is just a standard roll.
Roll.
Wait, no, I think you got to click next to delve. What am I
What
looking at?
is that?
You
Whoops.
can't have a black dice, man.
That is. I don't know why there is a black dice.
Color, it looks like.
No, that was meant to be red.
Oh, if you go too far to the bottom, it's black.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here's what you do. So you see on your sheet here, like underneath where it says the stress and protections thing, you'll see standard. Like, go ahead and click delve. It is. This is currently a Warren, is where we are, and then go and standard and go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Sorry, that's what we'll do for all of the rolls in the future and coming up, just because it will take care of it for us.
Delvin, Warren. Okay.
Yep, and just go ahead and roll for me. Yeah, and the way that this works is that it takes the higher. Like, we're
Okay.
always just trying to get one die to have a high number. And yeah, and we roll 2d10 in Heart, the city beneath. Okay, so as you're scrambling up this hill and up this mountain, how does the climbing work? Do you guys have materials for this? Did you guys bring, or were you like well set up to climb this mountain?
Like, I don't know if I have any pitons on me.
Cass, as well, yeah, go ahead and roll me a add. I'm gonna add 2 blood stress to your thing. I'll raise them for you.
Oh, close enough.
And you reach your hand up to the next handhold as like you see Clem's trail like melting the stone and making like that path almost impossible for you all to climb. It's too smooth. Like these mountains are almost obsidian, the same way that obsidian is, but with the presence of Clem's like acid, it has melted it into like a almost like a glass sheet, which makes it so hard to climb. And that was going to be the ideal path. You reach in to one of these new handholds that you have found, trying to like climb up, and you put your hand in some of this liquid. Like, you didn't see it, like you couldn't even tell that it was like glowing. And as your hand goes in it, you feel it burning one of your hands to like a ridiculous degree. Can you do me a favor and click that Fallout test?
Ooh.
Oh.
You failed a Fallout test when you only had 2 stress. Okay. So your Fallout is going to be I don't think you lose fingers, but you cannot use that hand for a while. Like, it's just a minor, it's a blood minor, and it's going to be burnt. Like a chemical burn.
Oh.
So, do you fall down real quick? Tell me what it looks like to get burnt like that.
So as Cass is reaching up, Cass is pretty much about to reach up, and as soon as he touches the rock, it just immediately just starts, the acid just kind of starts to stick to his skin, and you can kind of see like the first layer of skin as it starts to just boil and almost kind of separate. And so it is you hear a loud, almost a loud like a wail, and then he has to just try and like back his hand off of it.
Absolutely, but you do finish the climb. Like you can help the rest of them up. Do they see the injury before, like you reach the top? Or are you hiding this from people?
Cass is definitely hiding this.
So you get to the top. Do you like bandage it up with something? Do you have like an old Lockstitch bandana that you wrap around your hand?
Yeah. Okay. Just a little, like a little lock stitch. Was it handkerchief? There we go.
Love it. So you currently have the low tier harm of burnt. You do have the possibility that can get worse. Like if you take more blood harm, it will get worse. But that does clear your stress. Like if you fail on a follow test, you've cleared your stress. All right, Akhana and Patagon, you see the climb that he made, and like he's done the delve. You can follow him right up, and like it's no roll for you two. You two will be okay. But you do get to the opening of a massive, like you get to this opening here, and it smells pleasantly of lemon, but also almost of ashes. Like you see flickering lights coming from that through the entrance, I mean, like candles dancing in the sky, or like dancing in the air.
Well, I think we're on the right track, but it is still concerning, the sheer amount of ash.
Yeah, don't you think that Clem would have been alone? I think that's the information I had. That they were kind of wandering on their own. Because there's something going on over there.
It ain't like we saw two. It ain't like we saw two sets of tracks here.
Yeah.
Clem, people are like, you can feel it. You are aware of who is here. Like the whispers in your ears as the moth flutters near your ear, telling you of company. That you are being tracked.
Mm-hmm.
Do they find you? Like, or do you like go to meet them?
I think honestly, Clementine's just gonna take a deep breath inside and just let them come to him, because he kind of doesn't have the heart to face them. And if they really want to find them, they can come and find them. And he's just gonna just take the time in between to like brace himself, because I honestly don't think he's made contact with anyone for years, and he's kind of made sure of it. And he has mixed feelings, so he would love to go and meet them, but he's also like, I shouldn't. I have to stay away. So he's gonna just be tucking himself in his little corner and just keeping an eye out for them. And he just kind of nods in acknowledgement that like, okay, yeah, they're coming. And he's just kind of bracing himself, and he's not. He's ready, but he's also not. He's very. He's just like I said, he has mixed feelings about it. So he's just gonna wait and just let them come to him. He's not really keen on seeing anybody, but right now he's not really gonna fight it. They found him, so might as well let them say hi.
When they find Clem, other than a lot bigger, what does Clem look like to them upon them seeing him for the first time in years?
Yeah, like right now, I feel like he is probably just like he was laying down and probably trying to take a nap. So he was just kind of like laying out, and but when they go up and see him, he just kind of stands up, and he's he doesn't stand upright as much anymore. So he's kind of like on all fours, and he's just like you can just see in his eyes he's not very happy. He just kind of takes a deep breath, and he's very like not really matted really, but just very rough looking. Very he looks very wet probably, but he's also just kind of not. He looks kind of neat still, but and he's also very rugged and just very he's definitely a lot larger, and his build is just he's more bulky, and like overall he's not really looking that good, but he looks fine, surprisingly. Like he's he like you would think he would be more like I don't know, like decrepit or something, like all out on his own, nothing out here except like just this I don't know, like but but he looks very like what's the word, like grizzled, like for like just very what's the word too, like um very drained, I guess is just for lack of better words. He just looks very tired, very withered. I think that's what I was looking for, the word withered. Just like his spirit isn't all there anymore, but he's definitely grown, and he's definitely been through some rough patches, like literally, and just kind of like just yeah, he's just not like not like what he used to be, but he's still recognizable as himself in a way, I guess.
All right, you all, that is what you're confronted with. Patagon, that is the person you are coming to ask for aid.
Well, Clem, I see you're still well. This is good. It's quite the home you have here. Well, I guess I should just get to the point. We need your assistance, and I really do hope that uh, we can get it. They've taken out Pim and Forge and Ento, and I don't know who's gonna be next, but you know, Howl has to be stopped. This is not. This just can't go on, and we need the honey power. We need your acid.
Ugh. Clementine is just like he's listening, he's nodding, he's looking at you, and he takes a deep breath, and he's just like, okay, you came all the way here, and you found me, and this all happened. I, I'll help, but just explain to me like what's all happened, and you, I've heard, but I, I didn't think it was true. I didn't want to confront all of this, and I'm sorry. I've been running. Ugh, just have to face this now. I will. I'm sorry. You're all here. I'm actually very glad to see you, but it, I just, it hurts. I'm sorry. Just, I'll do my best to help you guys. But it's just, I guess, give me some time to readjust. And he just kind of sits, and he's like, like just kind of like how he would regularly sit, all crisscrossed. Takes a big old plop on the ground. And he's kind of smiling a little bit, but he's just kind of like shaking a little bit because he's like, "Oh, I have so many feelings. I don't know what's going on right now, but okay, we're doing this now." So
Oh yeah, if we want to like sit down and have the make a plan
yeah,
right here, that's perfectly good with me. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you guys some information, and in character, you guys can tell me how you feel about it. Akhana, you've been in the world like quite a bit, like actively. Um, it's like Akhana, that Howl, and you can explain to Clem and anybody else who doesn't know that Howl has been amassing an army of the undead, and like it is a situation. Like Plumbob has been eradicated in this world, like completely destroyed. Like some kind of like spirit of death took that over, and then Howl took that spirit of death into himself. Like you have seen countless skeletons marching across folk song in a single line, many of them dropping railroad tracks behind them, but they don't have the dexterity to do it, so they are just carrying the parts and leaving piles as like the more intelligent undead are finishing the railroad tracks behind them. What else? Akhana, can you roll me a religion for me?
Sure. We're not in a delve anymore, or are we still?
We're still in a delve. We can still be in a delve.
Okay. Do I click mastery because of the domain or no?
Yeah, mastery for sure. Yeah, I think in this situation you have mastery for it. Yeah, and this is just standard. We don't have to worry about this being. A 10 is as good as we get. So your studies of this have been like really good. So I'm gonna tell you an NPC that is missing, and for like, and this is like concerning, and then you can tell me somebody that you know can aid you, like any NPC that we know. We don't have to have seen them before, but as long as we didn't see them die, then you can tell me who they are and how they are helping. But the river, like Karen, like the ferryman of the souls, has been missing for the last year. People used to see him, but and like he would be portent death. Like he would just come and take souls. That person has been missing, and you found their scythe as well, like sitting on the riverbank near Hymnal at some point. You can also add his scythe to your inventory if you want. If you want to,
Of course I do.
Dual scythe in this one.
Oh, that's the best.
I love it.
Woo!
Nice.
This is literally Death Scythe. If you succeed at rolling a kill on somebody, you do. You just do. It doesn't matter who they are, as long as they are alive, you can kill them in one slice. Also, from your rolls, Howl's not alive anymore.
Yeah.
But he does employ living people.
I wonder what my dimensional scythe would do to him, but that's probably just creating a problem somewhere else. What die would I use for the death scythe in case I use it?
D10. Like,
yeah.
Most legendary weapons are going to be D10. Like, I believe Pim's gun was also D10. The honey hammer, before we decided to turn it into a lollipop and then consume it, was also D10.
Amazing.
So sad about that.
I didn't know this was going to catch on.
It was a gift. Willoughby would have had it because it was a gift. Parting gift. I know, I'm sad. Honestly, though, I think he knows. He's just like, he's been around.
If we have a raging Clem and we actually need a raging Clem, it might be a good idea.
I mean, his hands are lethal, so, you know. Just,
like... Do you have any NPC in mind that you know is helping the cause, is like also helping you guys like get people together to defeat Howl?
I don't know if this is an obvious answer, but friend or enemy was my friend when I need an enemy friend. So Tisk.
Tisk is still around. Oh man, was the Undercity not taken?
Oh,
Like, literally just the top half of the fucking silver thimble is removed, leaving the Undercity exposed.
I mean,
They,
that's kind of what I was thinking.
yeah, they just didn't bother.
There's like no top to it. It's just sunroofed. Oof.
ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Tisk is one of your contacts. It's like passing information. He hears a lot of things. He's definitely that fucking salesman class in the game. And he's just like, he runs a little bar outside of like, no, he runs a little bar originally in the Silver Thimble, but now he's a traveling, not snake oil salesman, you know? Like, he does sell useful things, but he might overpromise on them. But let me tell you, I can tell you exactly where he is right now. He's trying to get the aid of what remains of the dragon people that
Ooh.
of around Yoke.
Mm.
Akhana, you've seen Yoke.
Yep.
Yoke is a massive crater. At some point, the egg became hollow, shattered, and dropped the city onto itself. The only remaining buildings are the ones that are built around the fringe of that egg, as a massive wasteland is inside, magical, and people spend a lot of time delving themselves down into that to find any leftover magical items, books, wands, suits of armor from the Adventurer Guild. But it's incredibly dangerous. But
I
they're
really want to
convinced,
go.
right? They're convinced that something down there is very strong. Something down there, Akhana, you've gotten notes, might lead to being able to defeat Howl. There might be something strong enough down there for it.
So I have an idea, guys, but I think it's going to be dangerous. However, I have an ability where we could, I can offer solace and calm in this world of chaos. And if everyone takes part of this ritual, I'll be able to remove minor blood or minor fallout, or a major blood or major fallout to a minor.
Oh yeah,
And
I forgot Akhana can just straight up heal Cass's hand.
yeah, and it gives us a plus D4 to Delve's resistance. So that's, I think we might be able, either I can use it now and heal him up, or I can have it like in my back pocket if something goes real sideways. But we should go to where Yolk was. Yolk. And I think there's something down there that we can try to scavenge. It's dangerous. It's treacherous. There's other people fighting for resources. But I think it's something worthwhile that will help us, because Howl is dangerous. Like, it's hard to explain, but super powerful and continuing to gain power by siphoning energy and amassing an army. So if it's just us.
Now, you did say York, right? The city that collapsed on itself, essentially.
Yes.
Didn't they say that place got picked of all of its magical items a while back?
I think the most obvious and the easiest to obtain, but I think there's still something down there that if you're, gonna risk getting down there, I'm pretty solid intel, but I guess no more recent reports than that.
Patagon,
Mhm.
like, can you give me a discern technology roll,
Oh.
but also mastery?
Okay, discern technology mastery standard coming right.
Oh yes.
Ooh,
Let's
ooh,
go.
Amazing. Another crit,
Nice.
y'all.
All right.
yeah.
10s are crits because we roll 10-siders. Except for stress tests, then you roll a 12-sider. But you want
Lower.
you want to be you want to be higher than your
Higher.
stress. That's why when he only had 2 and he rolled a
fuck.
1,
Yeah.
he took a fallout. Patagon, in your time traveling, looking for people to help you on your mission, you've seen these train tracks laid, and you have seen these you've seen these basically oil refineries popping up everywhere. This all adds to Howl's power. Like, if that train track connects to the Neverglades, you guys are in even more of a problem than you are right now, because then he will have access to the ghost train, like to the train that leads souls. He won't have to wait anymore. He can just have them. And like, the demons are trying to fight him. Like, you are aware that the demons are trying to fight him, but in the devils, they're losing. He has already killed Chest and wears his hat, like his skull, as a hat. Like, he has Chest's third leg like repurposed as like the hilt of his new weapon, which is basically like, I'm picturing a rifle that's like the size of the Whopper Jr. that we had, but as like Chest's like leg is his is the stock of it.
Okay.
So this is absolutely, go find a magic item in Yoke is one possibility. An equally viable possibility is to bring down his infrastructure. Both of these things are keys to winning, but you might only have time for one.
Okay. Well, so everyone, I've seen these train tracks, and they're building up an infrastructure to ship the souls directly to Howl, and I think if we can take those out, we can reduce or even mitigate a good chunk of everything that we're gonna have to deal with once we have to run in on Howl himself. So um, the issue is we have to find which strategy do we want to tackle. I mean, they both have very great possibilities.
I think we can do it.
Take good old-fashioned train heist, guess.
It's
I
worth
don't
a
see
shot.
why not. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Why we got much riding on this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're all in agreement, I think we'll head out and track down what we can find and what we can disrupt.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So a train track is going through Folk Song right now. If we want to try to do both Yoke and this train track thing, we definitely can. I'm down to.
Yeah. Well,
It
You
sounds
down to
good.
clown with us?
yeah,
I'm
I
down
say
to
that,
clown.
that gives us
Yeah.
at least an option, to go to the
Yeah.
nearest one.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's fucking. All right. I do need another delve roll, because this will be the delve that is getting from the Bleeding Mountains into Folk Song. Let me check which roll I think this is actually going to be for whoever's going to make it. It is definitely a delve, and it's a delve desolate, because Folk Song at current is considered desolate. Fairy tale place with no magic's pretty sad.
Yeah.
I can
Does
make
sound
another
like
delve
someone's
roll.
throwing rocks.
Yeah,
Yep. if needed
Okay.
to.
I don't have any bonuses, so I mean, I can certainly try, but I won't.
Yeah, mine's just a flat roll. So, Cass, if you want to do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, also, this game is
Oh,
about like.
it was desolate, right?
Yep, Delve Desolate. Also, for the people who haven't played Heart, which is all of us right now, except for this game's about picking up everything that you see and just adding items to your inventory. Just like, oof, that one's rough.
Oh.
Yeah.
That you're absolutely fine. That roll is perfectly fine. Hold
Okay.
on one quick second.
Fine.
I mean, it's terrible, but I'm happy about it.
He has to take a stress.
He does have to take a stress. All right. So, Cass, as you guys are going out, like leading out of this place again, give me 1 second. You're back with the crew. Again, after quite a while. You've been doing some like Lone Ranger-esque jobs for a while. It's been like, let's face it, it's been a bit sad. You've been at the bottom of a bottle for quite a while.
Just
But
making enough to screw by.
as you make your way outside of the building, you feel like a huge step. Like, and the whole place shudders. This isn't going to be blood or anything, Cass. You are going to be confronted with a flashback. This isn't your first time into Freighties. You were here with Geary, trying to bring something down. Something huge. A creature made of lava, blood, and ash. As it was like clearing through these mountains, you figured we could help these people out. And Geary's like, these people are in need. You'll notice you have a silver sword in your inventory. It was Geary's last silver sword, because the last time you saw him was in the hands of this absolutely monstrous creature as it is stomping through the bleeding mountains, and you see it again for the first time in years. Take 4 echo stress as you relive Geary's death in front of you. When like, what were you doing that had no effect to this back on that day? Why couldn't you save Geary?
To simply put, it was way more. Essentially, it was eating bullets like it was nothing. In Gear, and it almost seemed like Geary's sword was also having a massive problem with its armor.
For sure. But don't worry. Into your resources, I am now adding 6 null bullets. These are the last null bullets known to man. Like, known to Echo. I wrote occult twice. Can you roll me the Fallout test, though, for Echo? And try to get over 4. Did you get under 4 again?
We got a 2. We're going.
Oh.
All right, we got it. We went up.
Anyways,
We went up
it was
1.
half.
We went up 1, guys. We're going up 1.
I mean, it was
One
half.
step at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
Ooh.
Oh. Should I heal him now then?
Oh, it's gonna be a minute before we get to heal him.
Oh,
Let's see. I do love the list of like Fallouts. Give me 1 second as I find them. Okay. Clem, you feel hmm, is Clem the most magical of all of you? I think it's actually both Clem and Patagon. In the same moment, you see Cass is like staring at this thing, and his body starts sprouting more eyes. Like, he already has 4 eyes, but imagine all over his face is eyes. Like,
Oh.
down Cass's neck, your hands are covered in eyes. Each one of your hands has an eye in the palm, and all of them are staring at this thing. You you are being cursed with sight. You cannot look away. You are unable to consciously, willingly make yourself leave this fight. That is a major echo fallout. As this thing turns its head, and now it sees you all. Like, it sees you guys there. What are we gonna do? Y'all actually probably up here. Like, oop, not you. Stay there.
I mean, how far of a drop to the ground is that?
Oh, it's big. It's like dropping off a cliffside. You're gonna
2
be way
stories?
up there. I would say more like, I don't know, how tall? Not Niagara Falls.
Ooh.
Maybe Niagara Falls. Like that kind of a distance.
Okay. Rethinking.
We might have to lure it closer.
Oh, it's coming. It does not like Cass.
I'm sure it remembers Cass.
So, for a starter, Patagon's going to close his eyes for a second and summon the Lippy Swarm to release the swarm against the lava monster as in a defensive ranged move. So.
Absolutely. That is. It's got to be kill a cult, right?
Let's see. It's a kill D4 spread range. I guess it can be whatever other tag we want it to be. Other than that.
Oh yeah, the roll will be kill, and your you can use this place that we are in is the tags both Warren and it is occult, the area around us.
Okay.
So you can choose Warren or occult for the domain that we're in.
Okay. I will go with occult because I have proficiency with that. So. And we'll see what we get.
This is risky, by the way. This monster is the next level up, and therefore
Okay.
difficult to fight.
So it would just be a
It was
9
a
then,
nine?
based on
A
that one then.
9.
The
That
9 is
was-
good. Oh yeah, it's not a full success. We're gonna take a little bit of something. So it's going to do, I think in this situation it is blood. You take 2 blood stress.
Okay.
As like when you, what does sending out the swarm look like to hit it? Because you're gonna hurt it.
So, as he's done before with his magical abilities, he uses like rip and tear just as a giant pointer and just points at them, and then the swarm forms at the end of the chainsaw and just kind of just fans out from there towards the lava monster, in swarm-like fashion.
For sure. And like, what does your swarm look like? You said lippies?
Yeah, so so this is what the flavor of this is. It's usually bees in the actual base game, but I moved it to. I was debating against lippies and red caps, but I ended up with lippies just because I thought that was the scenery for that, or the visual for that is a lot more funny. That was mainly the reason. So essentially through the technology that he's been going and the voice that the Blood Song has helped find, he was able to harness communication with like Lippy Crab Swarm, and that's what is powering the abilities that he's gained since all this has happened. So.
Well, that's just a hellscape for me.
Yes, and it's
Get 'em,
very
boys!
healthy.
Luffy's going after the big lava monster.
They're so cute when they're not attacking us.
Like, you see the
God.
the creature is like swiping at these things, trying to like get them off, and like some of it, the lava splashes onto Patagon, dealing 2 blood stress. Go ahead and roll me a the fallout check.
Okay. Do I have to
And just hope
change
you don't
anything, or
roll
is just
one.
the button?
It's just the button.
Okay.
And like you can change it to blood, but
Oh, did I? Shoot.
oh no, you're fine, perfectly fine. No, you rolled over it, so you're good.
And I see their interface now. It was under clear stress, so I was confused for a second.
Oh yeah, it's under. You did not suffer it, but you remain. You keep having 2 stress until you have a fallout or something cures you.
All right.
All right, everybody. You guys see Patagon summon a bunch of lippies and throw that, like, cast them out at this. So, like, this giant creature is being consumed by the lippies. Like, some of them are, like, using their weird claws and pulling off the piece of slag and, like, throwing them down as they dive into it. And just, like, they're going towards a wound. They have created a wound and gotten themselves into it. What are the rest of you guys going to do against this strange creature? That, Cass, whatever you do, it has to be attack.
No.
I have an idea.
Hmm.
Okay, so Avatar Shadows. Oh wait, but I'd have to use Oath of Fury first. So the Avatar of Shadows gives me +2 fortune protection, and my attacks get the extreme range tag. And I want to use the death scythe with extreme range using the spool of silver thread in my resources.
All right. Okay.
I
So
want to
you're
chuck
making
a
yourself
scythe
like
but pull it back.
you're making yourself a Kurosawa. Like, all
Yes.
right. Okay. For sure. Let's.
So if he doesn't go down in this fight, I take a d6 of stress to mind, borrowing this power.
I gotcha. Absolutely. So yeah, this is gonna be kill a cult or kill Warren. I don't think you have a cult or Warren.
Mm-mm.
And it does remain risky.
I have mastery and kill though.
Yep. Go ahead and like click that.
Okay. And then you said risky. Should I roll the dice next to the death side? Oh no, it's still D10. So just
go ahead and roll the die next to your spool of silver thread.
Okay.
Just click that. Just give me a click of that real quick, so I know what to give you as a bonus.
A 2.
A 2. So we're gonna give you 2 there. And now you can now you're solid to do the roll. A lot of this game takes place on the character sheets, turns out.
Mm.
Oof.
Why
Roll
doesn't
the
it count the 6?
Because it's risky, so it takes the
Oh, that's right, it takes
you
the
gotta
next
take the
one.
second highest.
No me gusta. Oh, +2. That's still 7.
Oh yeah, I didn't give you the +2 right there, did it? It should have. It yeah, so 7. Alright, Akhana.
Do I still take stress?
You still taking stress.
Okay.
It's trying to do fortune stress to you. Like it's in its dying gasps because we're gonna kill it. We just established that it's gonna die. You're gonna take you would take 4 fortune stress, but because you got 2 fortune protection, you only take 2.
Okay.
And roll a fallout test. It is trying to eat this scythe on its way out.
Fallout for fortune.
Yep, fallout for fortune. Just don't roll a 1.
Hey.
There you go. You rolled a 6.
You say that like that it's easy, and it only happens sometimes.
It works for me. I just tell the dice what I want to see, and it just happens.
Alan, I tried
They're
that,
already cursed.
and it didn't work. It didn't work twice.
Yeah, I think the dice have their favorites.
Yeah, I'm with you. It only likes me sometimes.
It doesn't
Not
like me at all.
Akhana is not usually the favorite.
No.
No. No.
They screw me every chance I get.
So yeah, this guy fucking just. What's it look like as it dies? Also, Akhana, like, show me that attack. Like, show me the attack, because like it's gonna go through. Like, it's gonna try to grab your scythe as it's going, and it misses, and the
Fantastic.
scythe goes through it, or however it is. Look.
I want to wrap the spool thread around. I definitely want some of it touching the blade, but then all the way down the handle, and then give myself some length, and then loop it like around my arm, and like just huge. What do you call that? Like cyclical, like swing from all the way behind me to near in front of me, and it swipes out, catches the hole where the lippies were burrowing, and then as it's trying to exit the other side, he's gonna try to grab it, but I pull it back out of his reach.
Absolutely. And like this thing, like we learned 2 things. Like first, we've learned a couple of things. Other than that, first, this thing does exist in the regular world. I need you guys to know that. Bleeding Mountains are hella dangerous, people. This guy's there. Secondly, he's alive because Akhana just killed him. Well, he was alive. As it like falls to, this is not the Burning Man. The Burning Man is a different one. Like, we don't have to worry about the Burning Man right now. One second. Don't worry about the Burning Man. He's not here right now.
Oh.
But he is.
Ooh.
Don't worry about him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this thing collapses in on itself. Like, it does leave its body behind. And like, ooh, I keep moving the map. Do we intend to, let me put him over here, because otherwise you see the base. Are we monster hunting this? Do we take time to like carve up the corpse and see what's useful?
That's very good.
I would want to.
Yeah, we need to pilfer
Yeah.
carefully, because it's probably still hot.
Clementine wouldn't care. He'd just stick his hands in and just do the thing. He's fine.
Just acid his leg though.
Is sight still like an active like fallout?
Absolutely. Like, you still like you are still like in that state, but you are no longer strictly focused on this. Like
Okay.
you can use these eyes to also point yourself around. Do you have discern?
I do not.
Add discern. As long as you
Ooh.
have this curse of sight, you also have the discern ability.
Mm.
So like you look weird, and like sometimes you see things that you don't want to see. Some of these eyes are looking into other worlds, I think.
I have discern, so I kind of want to do like a glance over to see if I can find something, locate something useful.
For sure. This would be discern, occult or Warren still. Like,
Okay. Is it a standard roll?
yeah, this is standard. No mastery on this part though. I don't think we're masters of carving up lava monsters.
But my discern
You might be.
skill.
It's like-
Oh no, it's just a skill. Okay, I got you. Oh, it was an 8. It was an 8. But I got a 7.
Seven's fine. Like it's gonna take a little bit of stress. Add 2 supply stress. It's gonna take extra materials to like get this thing open. What materials do we have? Are we using? Just imagine you guys all have backpacks full of useful stuff. That's what supply stress is. Like you guys don't have to tell me every little thing that you have. If you have a pickaxe, absolutely add a little supply stress for it. Like what did we need to get into this guy?
Something like a spade, maybe.
Mm.
Very pointy metal shovel.
Absolutely. Like just fucking just digging your way in. Go like every time you take stress, you have to roll me a fallout test. This is a supplies fallout test.
Okay.
And no matter which one you're rolling, it will like because you'll be at 4. Yeah, but you rolled an 11. Like you fucking not even concerned. Like did not Akhana's not stressed out at all.
Because I found religion.
Right? It's just like nah, fucking we all die.
I
Pop.
pray my worries away. Yep. It's already bad, right?
Right? It's just like how much worse can it get? It's
Yeah.
like good news, guys. We found the bottom of the barrel.
Keep
Only up
digging.
from here.
Yeah, so you because you rolled so high on that fallout like thing, it's just like as you pop it open, it kind of drains almost like a spigot.
Ugh.
Like just a there's a very, very disgusting video I'm thinking of, and I don't want to traumatize anybody, so don't go looking up infected tattoos.
Oh.
But somebody had a
Sounds
back
bad.
tattoo that was infected, and it was really, really gross and just poured out liquid. That's what this is. As it like pours out, you start to see gemstones falling out of it that are basically Patagon. If the technology has become that we can use this like liquid as like a power source, this is crystallized that the closest analogy is like materia in
Yeah.
Final Fantasy. It's
Okay.
that
I was
kind of
about
thing.
to suggest that. Like it sounds like a materia.
Right. I guess it is kind of that, but all like it's a materia, but what if a materia was like kidney stones?
Oh,
Oh.
That's disturbing. I like it.
So yeah, all 4 of you, like there's a bunch of them. You guys can each add one of these. Yeah, you can each add one of them right to yourselves. It is going to be a D. Ooh, I didn't know why I clicked that. I didn't mean to. A D8. You guys can tell me what color they are. D8 crystals. And it's just like It is magic. Like, they are magical. Like, you can power magic-based items the way that when you used to need AP, you can use this to do it.
Mm.
But each
Where-
time
where
you
does-
have to... Go ahead.
Where does it go? Sorry, where does it go? Like, where are we putting this?
Resources on your
Okay.
equipment sheet. Like,
Okay.
like, its domain will be occult and Warren. Like, you can use either... If you don't have that domain, say you're using this and you will get that domain. But
Mm.
every time you use it, you take it down to the next level below it. Like, so it's a D8, it would make it a D6, and then a D4, then a D2, and then it would be destroyed.
Nice.
Neat.
Mm.
So you asked for color. So for Patagons, I'd like it to be orange.
Mm.
I like purple.
Blue.
Honestly, I think like Clementine found a nice like very like bright like yellow one that reminded him of lemons, so he instantly grabbed that and it's just like, this is mine. It's like, I miss this.
A lemon-based gemstone that, like...
Totally
No,
not.
I'm
gonna
Chris.
mistake-
I'm sure
You're
it
not
was
gonna
nothing.
mistake for a
I'm
lemon.
sure it was nothing, guys.
No, he's just like, I miss this. This isn't the thing, but it looks like the thing. I want this one. He just restrains himself to like not lick it though, because he's just like, oh, I miss lemons.
Cass, inside it, like, in the open hole that the Libby's made, as they like, and the scythe as it cut it wider open, like, you do see, like, sticking out is a sword that was clearly like, this guy was stabbed from the inside. Like, Geary was alive for a moment while he was in it, trying to fight his way out. He didn't make it, but you do find another one of his swords. This one, a silver greatsword, absolutely huge. Like, Geary would still have to use this thing with two hands, and he was 20 feet tall.
Oh.
It's like, it's huge, and it is buzzing might be the right word. It does have a bee themed crossguard that like wings splayed open.
Mm.
Cass is gonna try and somehow manage to muscle this thing out of it.
Take a supply stress.
God.
I'm kidding. You're already hurt enough. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No.
Yep.
We're gonna do another. We're gonna do
I mean,
another
if you need
Fallout
help,
test.
please
I mean, we'll
help.
figure this out.
I mean, he would help, but like, oh no, don't hurt yourself. More.
Oh wait! At this point, I'm on my way to taking like 4 Fallouts at this point.
Yeah.
It will be really hard to pull this out. I do think this is probably a delve.
You can do it.
I would say
Yeah.
that delve, Warren, occult, but I also support the idea of haven because this weapon was made in a haven.
Mhm.
Okay,
And just a
Delve haven.
standard roll.
Delve Haven standard. All right.
Mhm.
Use all 3 of your hands.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. There you
Let's
go.
go!
Woo, 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 you got it.
No stress.
yeah,
Yay.
No stress.
You
Got a 9.
yank this thing out, and it is huge. Like, it's a big weapon.
Mhm.
You can handle it. You've got 4 arms,
Mhm.
but like, you will not have a hand free when using this weapon.
Ah,
It is
2 hands down.
he has
Mhm.
4 hands down.
Yeah.
this is kill brutal.
Ooh.
It counts as ranged even when it's not. Like,
That's
because
hot.
like ranged is just like you see them and you swing and you get it. Like,
Ah.
that is this. The you swing it, the sword will fly you to your target. But like, there's also the problem. The sword will fly you to your target. If you
Oh.
roll low, they have a real good shot on you. This is a D10 as well.
All right.
Clem, you see inside this thing, it's got some beating organ, like it's got some organs and stuff, like
Mhm.
that just... You're a cleaver, right?
Yeah.
Clem want to eat anything?
Oh no, he does. He does. He's gonna be digging through and like, we get all the good stuff that we can use that's not edible, and he's just like, I'm gonna take a bite of what is edible and see what's not edible, and just he's scavenged before. This is how he's lived. He's dug into things before, and he's just like, these are the good bits. So he's just gonna be doing that. He's probably gonna take a bite of something. And also, I was gonna say like, yeah, if it ever came up, but like, like one of his, like one of his weapons is like the things he has is a cleaver. That's technically like, flavor wise, I think that is like just a bone. He's just like picked and bit into like a cleaver shape. So he's just got that on him. But yeah, he's gonna eat something from this creature. Just dig into it and bite something. And be like, is this edible?
Can you give
can I
me
eat
a
this?
hunt cursed?
Oh man.
Okay. Let me see. How do I do this?
So right at the top of your sheet on the right,
Mhm.
you'll see two little like drop down bars.
Mhm.
Like you set one. I'll set them so you can see what they look like hunt and cursed. Do you see that happening?
No. Oh yes, I see them now. Hunt and curse.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I definitely think Clem's been doing this for some time, so I think you have mastery. And just go ahead and click on that roll.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Stress.
7. So I think we're gonna take 2 mind stress.
Okay.
As I can tell you what the most delicious thing inside this was.
Mhm.
You guys look over and see Clem grabbing the lippies that were in there and just stuffing them in his mouth. Sorry, just crunch, crunch, crunch.
No.
Oh no.
Clem, what are you doing? I want to shake Clem out of it before
He's like-
before they take too much.
He's like, oh no. But he's just like, I don't know. I think he's just stuffing his face, and he's like, oh, and he's like, I'm sorry. And he stops, but
You can add the wild domain to your chart while you have consumed these things.
Okay.
Also, Clem's eyes are glowing really red.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like I think while he was digging there, he saw Lippy and he's like, I wonder what they taste like. They are crabs, so I guess that's also just delicious crab. His eyes are just glowing.
Can you click that Fallout test for me? It's going to be
Yeah. Just click it.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay,
He's
you
fine.
also.
Guess I'm fine.
Like,
Anybody
Clem's
don't care.
eyes go back. Clem's like, no. It's like, there's a moment where Clem was gonna be infected with like lippy disease, but then it's like,
Yeah, his body's just like, no, because adaptability and all that shit. He's like, oh no, we're fine, we're good. He's been doing this for years. This is new, but he's fine.
The hive decided that was not a good idea. Right.
Thank you, Hive. I'm sorry for eating you, but that was tasty, I guess.
yeah, do they taste like cocktail shrimp? I don't know.
No, do crabs taste like shrimp?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. They taste
no.
like crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, crabs in fact do taste like crabs.
Yeah.
I've never
but then-
eaten a hermit crab though, with a dog
yeah.
face.
I mean, maybe it's more like fishy, but then again, it's also got the weird face. So like maybe it's more meaty, So it's like a very good meaty crab, but like definitely its own flavor. And honestly, like if anyone was asking, even if they weren't asking, Clementine just telling them this now. He's like, it was very meaty, it was very very savory, and he's just going on about this. He hasn't had company in years. He's just rambling now.
Does he get lipified?
No, that's what
Akhana
the
needs to know.
that's what would have happened if he had failed that Fallout
the
test.
fall.
I would have
Yeah.
liquefied
Yeah,
them.
he just got a little. He's like shakes it off.
I would draw those lips on you on my screen. I'm like,
I mean,
you know what it's like. That's been
nope.
a whole month liquefied.
Oh no. I mean, the thing is, like, it's not like he wouldn't do it again, but
So meaty crabs.
it's like tasty. It's like endless
Patagon.
snacks. Sorry.
What's Patagon doing with this body? Like, how would?
So,
Go ahead.
yeah, so he would definitely be using like the many eyes ability to enhance its ability to find either key places to explore in this corpse or find something that he can cut off or acquire. So
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me. How? Wait. Okay. Many eyes.
the discern.
Yeah, it's definitely discern. Yeah, discern occult for sure. You got both of those.
Okay, perfect. That's what I
And
was
this one's
hoping.
not risky. Yeah, sevens. Does 7 take a little stress? 7
Yep.
does, right? Yep. So as like you're like going through it, how are you going through it before I know which one?
So he would be linking up with the Lippy swarm and just trying to guide them and almost using them as like a aerial footage situation just to try to find what looks like a good shiny thing to grab.
This is gonna be sad. As they like dig through, they get to like the stomach of this creature, and we see Geary's bones, like still with multiple like swords like ruined, but through his back, as he do. But I think
Can I-
go ahead.
Can I perform a ceremony? A little
Oh,
ministration?
absolutely. I think you're gonna have to perform 2 for the record,
Okay.
as there's almost like a little raft in here. Somebody's been like surviving on top of the
Oh my god.
the bones, as long as like on top of the stomach acid as long as they could. Little fireplace on it. Like you see a pile of books and like a harness that held those books on the back of now perished Thaddeus.
Oh no.
Not the boy.
No.
Thaddeus came out here to research. And like you find his journal, which has like many like theories of how to get magic jump started once again around the world. It's like he was trying to
for a
like
dead body right away, but I'm gonna grab it.
it's like yeah, he like Patagon to your guy to your inventory, we can add Thaddeus's journal. It is a D8 haven and occult item. Like he has many ideas of how to use like the blood of creatures like this, and blood is written in quotations of creatures like this, the crystals that like seem to appear in their bodies, defeating the spirits or gods that like came out of Haven, and like using their parts as ways of jump starting magical abilities. Like he has talked to a couple other survivors that he knew that use magic, some people from around folk song. Like he can get their magic going for a moment, and he has some people like prepared to make jewelry out of the crystals, and then he just starts writing day 1 inside this. I hope I can find a way out, and then it just gets sadder and sadder as it goes.
Well, this is a very sad ending, but Thaddeus, has a great theory, and I think we're going to be able to do this, accomplish this for him.
I
think
think
we
this
should-
was... Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Take a few minutes and just honor them and say a few words silently or aloud.
Cass is going to pull out 2 bullets and just write the names of the fallen. And then he's just going to set them at the base of the monster. And then slowly walk back to where everyone's at.
So, Patagon, you would take 2 echo stress from seeing this, but you have 1 echo protection, so you only take 1.
Okay. Do I keep
And
the
then-
protection, or does it go down?
Protection stays.
Okay.
That's why, like, when Ento, like, ate the heart of the Salamander King, and he got, like, 4 protection on something, he just stacked protections. I could not hurt him with blood anymore. I just couldn't.
Wow.
So
Mm.
I'll roll the fallen test.
Please do.
I will
No, this
take that.
doesn't even phase you. Yeah,
I'm sad, but resolved to honor both Geary and Thaddeus's noble sacrifice to our cause.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take 2 strips of the silver thread and just lay them by the bullets. And then say a prayer to the moon beneath. To Lockstitch we believe, and we will carry on the mission.
Mm. I feel like Clementine's just gonna engrave like just a little bit with just his hands, just acid, just kind of dig into the ground a little bit, like near the bullets and the drink, just also just to make a mark in their memory.
Are we burying the bodies?
Hmm. Are we?
With Akhana's ritual, I'd say we could. I mean,
Oh no!
And
I'm
I
so
have-
sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
You start to see the bones move.
Oh.
oh, lovely.
Oh.
You're fighting a necromancer.
Oh,
A
I hate
very
him so
powerful
much.
necromancer. And these are not the people. There's just their bones are beginning to move, attempting to stand up to join the line of skeletons making
Oh,
their way to the Neverglades.
Can I just swipe at them to just get rid of them? I just not gonna let this pass. That's not okay. I don't want them to be taken like this.
Yeah, Clem, roll me a kill.
Yeah. Let's see.
This would be kill. This would probably be kill Warren and a cult
Okay.
or a cult.
Okay, give me a second. My mouse is giving me issues.
No, you're fine. This would be standard, and you don't have to worry. Like you don't have mastery.
Okay, so where do I roll it?
Just go ahead and am I on your sheet?
The-
Okay. So
Yeah, just click it, or because
I'll click. Yeah, go ahead and click the kill. Yep, I
Okay.
said it.
Okay. Roll.
Ooh.
What I
All
can't
right.
see.
That's a
You got an
success.
8.
That's a
Yeah.
8.
Okay. Because I don't know, my thing's zoomed in, so I just give me a second. But yeah. Okay.
You're good. So do they just dissolve to acid? The bone just like.
Well, I think that was the goal too, because like, yeah, he's out of anger because he's like, oh no, he got angry. He just kind of swept at them to just kind of like break them and disintegrate them and just kind of like stop them from just being used and taken advantage of, and just he wanted to get rid of them. And since he's acidic, they can just melt away.
But it started off with like Clem just going ham with a cleaver on the bones.
Yeah, like he probably I mean he just well, I think initially he swiped at him with his bare hands, and then he probably took his cleaver and just started smashing him little bits and remains, and it's covered in his acid, so it's just getting all the bits. No more bits.
No more bits. Yeah.
I was
Go
gonna say, Cat's gonna look towards Clem and just say, "At least they're at peace now."
I hope so. Just kind of goes back down. I feel like he was kind of sitting a little bit, not quite standing again yet, but gets back down. It's very frustrated with this. More anger towards Howl.
Right?
Why? What the hell? No.
Yeah, so with that, we're heading back on the path. Like, we're heading towards the train.
Yeah, the train near Yoke, was it?
Yep, I think, I don't have the folk song map right here, but I think it's going, like, from Belltown across. Like, they started building it at the cemetery. The first town that fell to the undead was Belltown. Like, has to have been. Like, all their bells and all the ringing was meaningless in the face of, like, Howl's new power.
And their ability for the resurrection.
Oh yeah, they can't raise themselves anymore. The second they die, they just come back as, oh, or is it the people who have like been resurrecting themselves also fell victim to it because that's how strong of a necromancer he is.
Oh.
That would mean like most of the civilians in Belltown have literally just become puppets. I like the fact that he's moving their skeletons with them around it.
Does that mean the people in Plum Bob also did the same thing?
The people in Plumbob were like all of the people that they kept in their cages resurrected, and then they had like a real bad zombie apocalypse. And they are also on their way to the Neverglades. Is this the right token? Alright, so let me move us here. Like, the delve got us the rest of the way through it. Like, we walked through Obsession, we're walking through Folksong. Again, desolate. Like, as alive with magic as it felt before, like, it's nothing anymore. Like, there are fish floating in the water. And, like, and let's face it, there's mermaids floating in the water, just gone. Nobody has been able to go to Mouse Home for like, well, none of you have gone to Mouse Home because like now that you don't shrink down when you go there, you guys would literally just crush it.
You don't want to do that.
So we are set up like this is the railroad track. We're a ways away from it. You can hear people in the distance, like the skeletons working on the railroad. I think you could even see them marching. Give me a moment, I'll get us some tokens.
Also, does that mean Mousehold had its like all their deceased suddenly rose up as well, and they just had a mini zombie apocalypse as well?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they almost had one when we were there.
Sorry, I just love the idea of seeing tiny mouses just beside the railroad tracks.
Not the tiny mouse skeleton.
Tiny. Oh no.
A field.
Shit. Wasn't ready for the tiny skeleton.
Oh, the stream can't see it, but I made that for itty bitty skeletons.
They're so tiny.
Should be trigger warnings. Oh, there are, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. This is just the sizes what got me. Skeletons are fine, but like.
But not the babies.
If they're mice, they're not babies unless they're baby mice. But no, not that.
That's
No.
not
I
the
don't-
mice.
For
I call
some
all
reason,
little
Howl
animals
doesn't,
babies.
Howl doesn't kill and resurrect a bunch of children. And for some reason, I can't figure out the reason he doesn't. Like, I
No,
think it's
no.
because I'm not that level of monster.
No. Yeah, I don't
Yet.
think so. Okay. Maybe we'll get there. Oh no. There they are.
Alright, so you see them like over their shoulders. They are carrying like the lumber necessary to keep this train going. To get the tracks going. The little mice ones got like nails and stuff in their arms as they're carrying them, like huffing. Like they get to the spot and they are commanded by a lich to like, and the lich points their finger as like the skeletons drop the heavy bar, and then the little mice like put the nails in place, and then you just hear the ting 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 ting, and then the next row starts doing it again.
Mm.
So if
Well?
we take him out, the instructions stop.
That would be my theory.
Yeah, if we yeah, and I kind of want to wreck this track.
I mean, the most collateral damage we can make, the better. So
Yeah, and I
go
think
right ahead.
Mhm.
Lisa, as soon as Cass hears the words "go right ahead," he is pulling out dynamite from his backpack. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
we gotta
absolutely.
take these guys out first, because honestly, Clementine does want to like disintegrate those tracks, but they need to be out of the way first. So
You can have Cass. You can have yourself a big old like bundle of dynamite if you want to take. If you're willing to take 4 supply stress.
Mhm.
Like this will be a D10 bundle of dynamite. It
Ooh.
will have fuse, timed, and no, fuse and timed are the same thing. Fuse, big, brutal, loud, explosive.
Mhm.
It will be Haven, and
That'd be in the resources, right? My equipment.
yeah, we'd add it to your resources. Like you would take 4 stress to get it. Because it means like we have a quick like flashback of Cass like stressfully making this explosive like at his bench.
Mhm.
Half drunk.
Ah.
Well, it was originally supposed to be used for a different mission, but that mission never quite took place. So essentially, he's carrying around a bundle of dynamite. What were the domain tags and stuff?
Explosive, loud. I don't know if it's kill. Do we think it's kill? Like because I mean, obviously it can be used to kill, but it's generally more destructive than it is anything else, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's also a D10 for sure.
Okay. Attack on 4 supply stress.
trying to get this lich token going on here, but it's being rude to me.
Smack it.
I'm trying.
Hey, Cass, if this doesn't go well, I have a breach loading pistol that has range reload and kill and brutal on it, and I can also use left hand of the goddess. Or I am using it, so I got something in my back pocket.
Here's our lich. He
Oh
is
my
like
gosh.
the overseer of them.
Ooh.
And this one feels like the rest of them are just completely puppets to this one's like will right now. So what's the plan?
Oh, well, Kaz is setting up the dynamite. I can distract and try to damage the Lich and friends. I believe I'll start, like, basically rushing towards them, getting rip and tear ready to just, well, rip and or tear their skeleton from their other skeleton. Something
I
like
do
that.
love a charging penguin.
So I think in that case it's gonna be a kill roll, right?
Yeah, definitely kill. These tracks are a cult because they are tracks and you guys will feel it too. These tracks are like inlaid with silver
Oh.
Ooh.
to like be able to be used by the ghost train. Fun fact, the Silver Mountains have been no, this will be great. You guys see the Lich has a couple living workers in chains that are being forced to do this work. You
Ooh.
see two blue-skinned dwarves like wrapped in chains being like constantly like assaulted by any undead that walks near them. Like they are covered in wounds. They are malnourished to the extreme. But they're the only people that know how to make these tracks, like actually make them. And their silver mountains are being hollowed out, being forcibly hollowed out by the dwarves.
Oh, Royce would be pissed.
Well, we're gonna have to try to get them. I don't know if we can get them away from the lich if you're gonna throw dynamite at it.
I imagine this has a fuse. I don't think I need to worry too much. I'm just gonna set it up for now. I'm not planning on lighting it off. At least not till we're all kind of
Clear.
back.
Yeah, Patagon, as you run in, you see these two, and like they both like look up, and like the spirits are not completely broken, but like they do not look like they are in the physical capacity to help you guys with this fight.
All right, gentlemen, we will try to break your bonds, and hopefully we'll meet back here shortly.
Like you see many skeletons are like coming at you, and the lich is just like, company, and like he matches gazes with all of you. It's like, we didn't ask for company. He raises his hand, and in his hand, Akhana, he you see and feel the spy ability Death Hand happen. and you see him hold Howl's death hand, like he just summoned out of nowhere.
Oh.
I'd like
And
to
it's
shoot
like-
that hand off.
Oh yeah, fucking do it.
I don't know. I want to hope we're ready to go. It sounds like we're kind of ready to go with this dude.
Absolutely. Like Patagon, if you want to start it off with a chainsaw to the guys in front of you,
Okay.
because like that is the closest enemies.
Is it standard or risky?
This is standard. Fighting the Lich is risky.
Okay.
Any attack roll against the Lich is considered risky, but the skeletons are going to be standard.
Okay. Rolling. Ooh, actually, this is
Oof.
nice because I get to do a thing.
Oh, awesome.
Sweet.
What you going to do?
So with the number 6 is a very sacred number to the hive. So this activated sacred geometry, so when I'm rolling to inflict stress on a Delver adversary or to remove stress for yourself or an ally, I get to roll an additional d6 and add it to my total. So the question is, how do I do that? Let's see. There's a button.
Yeah, I think
next
you just roll just one more d6. Do you want to try to add it to this one or to your next one?
I could add it to my next one. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. So.
Okay. Akhana, what you see? Wait, does your 6 count as a success?
Let's see. It says multiple
at a cost.
future. Yeah, the success at a cost is what it says there. The text of sacred geometry just says that multiple futures swim in your head, and you pick the one that's most advantageous to an outside observer. So it doesn't say that it makes it a success. It just says you can add an additional d6.
Okay. This one's gonna be at a cost right here. You will be able to like chainsaw right through all. What's that look like, Patagon? As like rip and tear does its name.
So, not charged with magic, but just standard fuel. It still just winds up to a very, almost buzzing like frequency, and just starts dismembering these skeletons. Arms are flying, torsos are becoming limp. It's just absolute carnage of bone and ligaments, I guess.
Aw.
It's like, hell yeah. Can you take 2 blood stress as like they are scratching at you, like trying to get to you while you do this, and then make a fallout test for me?
All right. Minor fallout.
Ooh, 3 or 5. Minor fallout. Okay, here we go. I got it right. Which way? You're right here. Leave me alone. Alright, so I think I think not disarmed. I think you are bleeding. I think when you are done with the ripping and tearing, like you were just just going through everything with this chainsaw, and then you look down into your forearm, and one of the broken arm bones of one of these skeletons is just stuck straight through you, and you are you're bleeding a lot. At the end of each situation where you have this fallout, you have to add d4 stress to blood. So this is one of those ones you want to get taken care of, like right through your flipper.
Okay.
It's just like you might also want to disinfect that. All right, so these guys ripped apart. There's still like a lot more skeletons, but those are the 3 that were like in the way. Clem, at your feet there are a bunch of tiny humanoid mice skeletons attempting to crawl up your arms and when you're on all 4, and they are pulling out needles, like needle-sized swords and
Mhm.
like old like armor, and they are like trying to stab at you. And Akhana, you've got another roll. You plan on making a roll to shoot that hand.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. Do your dark deeds. I think it's definitely. Oh wait, is it? You are aiming for the hand, not aiming to kill. So this would be hunt.
Okay.
Oof, you don't have a cult or desolate
Nope.
or hunt.
Nope.
Do you still
I'm
want to
just
make the
mad.
roll? Okay, absolutely.
I do because like Death Hand is sacred, and even though I'm angry as hell at how I don't think this dude should have it,
Yeah, I'm sold. Make that
and
roll.
it's probably gonna do a lot of damage to us. So,
Also, this is risky because you're shooting at the lich.
yay. Okay, I'll take it. Oh,
Ooh.
an 8 is a failure.
Oh, of course it is, because you only get one die, and it has to drop your highest die.
Oh,
It suddenly
Oh.
occurred to me
What?
there was no way
I
for you to
forgot about
win that
Oh.
one.
Yeah, no.
That's what? Okay.
Ouchie.
Yeah, risky drop highest result.
Okay. Ah, shit.
Wow.
You shoot at him, and at the same speed, matching the way that Howl used his death hand. Like, he points the gun at you, and all of a sudden a portal appears in front of him, and he doesn't even pull the trigger. Your bullet hits that
I
portal and then comes
hate
out
that.
right next
Shot
to
myself.
you.
Great.
And it's like, take 4 blood stress as this
Oh
bullet
my god.
like hits your throat.
Oh.
no.
Do I take 3 because I have 1 protection?
Yep, yes, exactly that. You take 3 because you do have 1 protection. Oh my god, it's like the collar of your outfit moves the bullet a little bit. Oh, you do have a gorget on, don't you? Gorget. Roll me that Fallout
Oh.
test. You got to get under over a 7.
Y'all, okay.
Oh.
No.
Hey!
Oh, well.
There you
okay.
go. Yeah, you did
I
it.
thought
You
it was
did
a
it.
6.
Nope. Thankfully.
Thank God.
Cass is going to
Now I'm
look,
just pissed.
Mm-hmm.
look at it like, first time?
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll get a few more of those. Don't worry.
Mm.
Mixed to the throat? Okay, cool.
Cass,
Oh,
are you
gosh.
setting up the dynamite? Is that what you're doing right now?
Currently, yes.
All right.
But
Cass is
he's
setting up
about
the-
to start seeing how the crew is managing with the lich. He is going to stop setting up for the moment and draws attention to the lich.
All right. So, Clem, you are being climbed by many little fucking like skeletons.
Mhm.
Like as they are like they're attempting to poke you, and like if these things stab you, it's going to hurt, and
Mhm.
like you're gonna need a tetanus shot for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sure that's the thing. Yeah.
But also,
Um,
then it's not going to be a huge problem. So you can ignore them if you want to just go after the lich.
I honestly just wanted to tuck duck roll and just kind of like smash them and melt them and just get them off me because they're annoying. So, like that's
Oh, yeah.
his mindset right now. He's just like, I gotta get rid of these little fuckers. I don't need this shit right now. Like I think that's what he's gonna try to do. Just roll in to crush them and melt them, and get them off him.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me a kill. It would be
Let's see.
occult or desolate, but you don't have those two.
No. So what do I put down? Just put a occult or desolate still.
Yeah, still put one of those two.
Okay, I'll put.
And it's going to be
desolate.
standard because you're like wrecking
Uh-huh.
shop on little guys.
Yeah. Okay. And then I just roll.
Yep, just roll.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Nope.
That one's rough.
Yeah. Maybe they stab into me more.
Yeah, right? It's like as you're like rolling around, like you end up with these like deeper in you, and then you start to realize these aren't just like mice skeletons. These were once like warrior mice.
Yeah.
They're ankle biters.
And little ankle biters,
Yeah.
little like pieces of shit.
They are. Ooh.
They're just stabbing with really sharp toothpicks.
I really
Right?
wants to smash them.
Can you add? Do we think that this is? I think it's two mind. I don't think it's enough to cause blood pain, but I feel like it's driving Clem crazy.
He's
a
very
little bit.
irritated. So do I add 2?
Oh yeah, add 2 to that, and then go ahead and roll me a mind fallout.
Okay, mind fallout, and I just okay. Click the button.
Yep, go ahead, click
Okay.
that button.
Oh,
Nice.
Clem's just like, nah. Alright, so Clem is still fine.
I think he's able to keep his calm. He's just a little bit irked.
Yeah, for sure. Like, annoyed. Like, you've got a couple of like, I think one of them remains on you, and this one is like is really nimble, and like is more of, you know how like revenants are the stronger of the undead. Like this one remembers what it was like to be a warrior, and is fighting you. In my head, he's very much like Great Mouse Detective, like sword fight scene. Like there was that umbrella sword fight scene in that. Oh no, or like the big rat in that. But just imagine his skeleton is just like tearing into Clem and like dodge rolling. Alright, Cass, what's up with you?
He is currently eyeing the lich right now. He is getting ready in his quick draw stance, and he is about to shoot his whole entire arm off that is carrying Death Hand. And on top of that, he has packed the null bullets into his gun.
Oh.
All right, yeah, that sounds like a hunt, because still aiming for the arm, not for the kill. Yeah, this is hunt, either desolate or occult. You don't have either one of those two. And
What? It'd be risky, right?
yeah, it's gonna be risky for sure.
Okay. Do I gotta roll a dice for the resources?
For the null bullets? Yeah, go ahead and roll me. Yeah, click the number next to the null bullet, and we're gonna add that to the roll.
Okay.
7. That's really good.
Wow.
Like,
Oh.
that's real handy. Take the null bullets down. I'll do it. I'm gonna take them down to D8.
Okay.
That means you only have, like, you have 5 left.
Okay. Just add 7 to that.
Yeah, that does it. Like, you take that
Oof.
arm clean off, and like the lich, like, is like laughing. Oh my god, this is what he does. It's gonna be so good. The lich like sees you point a gun at him right after Akhana pointed a gun at him. He's like, "Do you never learn?" And just puts a portal exactly where you're aiming, but then the bullet goes right through that portal, because it's no bullet, and it's not gonna have any effect. And you just rip that arm off, and you guys see tumbling through the air that arm, and like it lands on the ground, and his death hand does not go away. Like Howl's death hand remains right there, glowing like ghostly green. But you
I want to
can
do like a
feel
dodge
you
roll
all
and go
ahead.
pick it up.
Absolutely, go for it. That's not a delve. Doesn't feel like a delve. I think that's a discern.
Oh, awesome. Because I have mastery in that. Discern, occult.
It's like, this is going to be standard. Like, you don't have to worry about the. Yeah. This isn't risky. Like, it can still go bad, but this itself is not.
Ooh, cool. 2 8.
Absolutely. So, you grab up the gun and, like, you get a flash, and like you would have taken echo damage from this, but you succeeded as you see what Howl has become. Like you get a flash of Howl sitting on his throne in his tower. I'm going to show the tower. I'm not going to show Owl yet. Wait till the next episode and next game for that. But you see him sitting in his throne as he like looks up as he's commanding. You see 4 creatures in 2 of them are wearing obsidian masks, and one of them is Grandmane or Grandfang as it were, and the last one is female, and he's just like he looks up and like makes eye contact with you, and then all of them stand up and he motions for them to get you. And you see 3 vampires and a goth girl stand to their full height as they turn and start making their way towards you. That will not be this game. That is a future.
Okay.
Hey guys, when we're done with this, I got a story to tell you.
Ooh, stories! I always love those.
Not gonna like this, but yeah,
Now,
it's
the
just
stories,
some good information coming along.
the stories come with disinfectant. I'll take any.
I'll take care of that. Don't worry.
All right, Patagon, what you got? Akhana, that doesn't have to be like your only attack too. Like you can definitely like make another thing.
Okay. Still trying
In
to come up
heart,
with a plan.
In heart, I never roll against you. It's you guys. It's always just reactions. So like, if you're like, oh, I'm waiting for him to do something. Just tell me what you're waiting for, and then I'll have him do it. But this Lich is fucking pissed. Like, you just cut off his arm and his connection to his master through the gun. Like he thought he was badass, but bad news.
How are we?
Okay, well, I mean, using that distraction of both them breaking off the arm and then retrieving it, Patagon can just keep continuing the charge into the Lich because, Rip and Tear is going and it wants more,
It wants more
blood,
bone.
Bone, yeah. Blood and bone. Bone, blood.
Oh
marrow.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's kill though. Like you're not aiming for a specific part.
No, we're just going in and.
So yeah, roll me kill. Yeah, you've got a cult though. So
Kill a cult, risky. I think that's
standard.
it. And
He's gone back. He's gone down to standard now that you de-limbed him.
okay, so standard, and then do I just do the roll and then we do the d6 for the sacred geometry, or do we do that before?
Oh, do the d6 first.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you rolled a 6. This is gonna be sick.
All right, so now let's just not fail. And hey, we got another sacred geometry
Oh, wow.
roll, so I'll take the stress and then
For-
keep that going for the next roll.
Yeah,
Nice.
sure. I take.
So is the
Go ahead.
6 for the modifier of how much damage, or does that actually affect the roll? I guess I should clarify that before.
When after you do damage with this, you're gonna roll that 10-sider on rip and tear, so I know how much damage you do.
Okay.
Like you hit, so go ahead and roll your d10.
Okay.
Oh God, it was
The
so
10
close.
was
It
so
was so close.
Well, I guess with the 6, it still does 8. Maybe?
Yeah, you fucking just raise it all the way to 8 for sure. And like Patagon, do you want to put this through his chest?
Yeah, I'm gonna aim for what could still be a heart or heart-like substance.
Rib
Oh
separated.
man. Because of the way that this game is and the way that Howl's magic came about, from like having Sal's heart that he got back from killing Ento, these things all have beating hearts, like the green and ghostly and like full of fire. But as you approach him for that, he reaches out with his left hand and slams it through Patagon's as well. Like he's trying to rip Patagon's heart out the same way that Patagon is trying to like rip and tear his heart out.
Okay.
Can you add 4 blood stress and then do a fallout for me?
Okay.
Panic.
This will tell me if he gets the heart.
Oh,
But no,
Wow.
he does not. Just
wow.
fucking.
Woo!
We can.
That was scary.
So
Ooh, Patagon, are
it's
you
a good
wearing,
thing
like-
that I took shrapnel to my arm earlier, because that would have been harder.
I think it's just like he goes to slam his hand through you, and like it hits those like Mad Max at like Raider armor that you were talking about, and it just his hand breaks upon it as like your sword and at your chainsaw starts ripping through. Clem, in this moment, this thing is pinned. Like you have a clear shot. Like you still have to make a roll, but its one active arm is currently like trying to reforge itself as Patagon has this chainsaw right through his chest. Is the chainsaw is going, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just with the standard fuel, but yeah, it just it's just buzzing along like.
Hey, Alan, are we allowed to give other people weapons in the middle of combat?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give Clem that silver greatsword.
Ooh.
Clem Strife.
Clem's gonna
Yeah.
Class is gonna look at Clem as he takes the giant greatsword out with all his kind of strength, and he looks at Clem and he says, Gary was he was very fond of this sword, but I'm sure he would have wanted someone a bit more stronger to have used it. And Cass then just tosses it to Clem.
Clementine would catch it, I guess, and honestly, I think in this moment, like, I mean, is he able to like kind of take a strike at this thing though, and like use the sword? Okay,
For sure.
I think, because Clementine's usually like he hasn't stood up for a long time, but I think in this moment he finally just kind of just straightens up. He stands up, and you kind of hear like the fucking loudest crack you've ever heard, but he just kind of stands the fuck up, and he's just like ready to swing that sword, and just kind of takes a deep breath that he's just gonna just prepare to just kind of smash into this thing. And honestly, like he's brushing off the little dude on it. He is not bothered by that. He's just gonna go at the big problem right in front of them. Use the sword.
Neck cracks. Like brush the thing off.
Like I actually do have like an example of just like just the sound you hear when he just stands up and is just like straightens his back. He's just all huge and just holding this massive sword. But yeah.
Scott, my bad. I made you way entirely too small.
Oh.
There you go.
Let's go.
Full size Clem.
I'll just put it in general though, just a link to it.
Clem.
Just the sound, just. But yeah. Ready to swing that
All
sword.
right.
What do I do?
This is going to be kill with mastery.
Okay.
I'll set up your thing for you.
Oh, okay,
This is
okay,
kill
okay.
desolate with mastery. Can you do me a favor
Mhm.
and Cass, when you toss it to Clem, can you roll me that 10-sider that's next to it so we know like the advantage this weapon's gonna give Clem?
Okay.
Come on. Ooh.
4. It's okay. It's okay.
Mhm. Do I roll? Or is it risky standard? Like what else?
It is going to be standard, and
Mhm.
there we go. Go ahead and click your roll.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
Ooh,
but there's
what?
a 10 in there.
Oh,
Woohoo!
Clem.
That's a
Ooh.
crit, baby.
Smash.
Clem VP.
Yeah,
Clem
fucking.
VP.
he uses it as he would have used the hammer, just smash, and just good stance. He knows he's not rusty. He still knows how to hold a weapon with his bare hands and stand up and do the thing. So he does the thing.
This thing locked into place with Patagon's fucking chainsaw just ripping through it. Clem appears next to it, like, because that's how the weapon works. It's just like you just kind of appear. The weapon launches you towards them. And it's just, do you take its head off, or do you just take like more like shoulder ups off? Like, are you so precise that it's the head, or do you just aim for fucking top?
Honestly, I think it would kind of be a mix of both. Like he is aiming for the head, but he does want to take the actual top clear off. So like but his main goal is to just basically get rid of that head and just kind of like leave no like remnants of that entire part of the body, like just shoulders up and get rid of the head.
Smithereens.
Yeah, but the main target is that for sure.
The ribs fall, like the rest of it fall to the ground in many pieces. The skull falls apart. Patagon right next to Rip and Tear, like maybe like stuck to it, is the ghostly green burning heart of this lich, unharmed.
Ooh.
So we want that.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should bind it to a gem.
Yeah, if we could, that would be a great source for a future.
Clementine makes a note to not eat it. Yeah.
It's now yellow, so it's good. Shouldn't distract you.
No, he's not. He has impulse control. He's fine, but he does make a note to not eat it so we can use it for something useful. The crabs were like, no, actually, while I'm in here, no one's looking, right? But no, yeah, he's not gonna.
This is not team lick time.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like he has restraint. He's fine. He's still there.
I think that this could be really cool. Patagon, can you roll a discern occult? But before you do that, roll me the D8 for Thaddeus's journal.
Okay.
To see what you get to add to it.
5 is
Not
good.
bad.
Discern occult, still standard.
Actually, the one below standard. No, wait, there is no one below the standard in this game. That's a different game.
Okay, so standard it is. All right.
But with that 9, I'm taking the 9.
I saw that one. Thank God.
Yeah.
You guys, like, you find a diagram. Like, it doesn't have to be now. Like, it can be like once you guys get to a place to relax. Like talking about combining it with a gem. Like, Howl granted this lich, some of his own power. Akhana, you can, if you bind this to a crystal and you hold on to this, you can use Death Hand again.
Nice.
Oh, I'm definitely doing that.
Like, and I'll like make the power thing for you on your thing. It'll be strong.
Yay.
That's how I like it.
But these Like, these dwarves are just like, is it done? But you guys do see in like the forest or in the area around you, there are more moving skeletons. And it's just like, quickly, unchain us. Like, and like they look at Cass's dynamite and blow this truck the hell up.
You read my mind. Patagon will help unchain one of the dwarves.
Cass is gonna quickly finish setting up his dynamite by tying up all the fuses into one.
You all hear like in the wind, like in the like you hear it as a chorus. Like the skeletons as they're moving without like lungs or lips, they all are speaking. It's just like, why are you trying to stop me? It's inevitable. As just Howl's voice comes from hundreds of skeletons as they make slowly. These are not fast by any means.
Cass is going to look all around him. Quickly yell out. It's just gonna yell out. Oh, come on, Hal. We were both god catchers at one point. You know exactly the reason why we're doing this.
I caught mine. And like green fire starts like enveloping these skeletal heads as like he is trying to channel his powers through them from quite a distance.
Hey Pat, how close are you to freeing those dwarves over there? I gotta.
Just getting the last chains off now, so we can get as far away from here as possible.
Yeah, who wants to roll the delve check as like you're basically, are you fleeing this? Because like you guys could probably handle the fight, but some of you are wounded. Akhana did take a bullet right to her throat. Patagon is bleeding.
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna want to do the delve check. I want to get this healed as fast as we can before.
Yeah.
I can give a D4 to the delve if I can do. Well, I actually wanted to use religion to see if I can do some kind of a ward,
Okay.
even though that's a little bit of a stretch.
No, I could see it. A little bit of like silver thread like around you. Like you hung out with Leo before. Like you've seen the ward magic that our paladins used to do. I think this would probably be discern occult.
Oh, I was hoping for religion.
Oh no, sorry. No, you're 1,000% right. Discern religion. My bad.
Because if we do the silver thread and we're in the circle, and then sigils, yeah, mastery and standard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
An 8. Success, no stress.
Nice. Hold on. I have to do this.
Oh, plus a D4 for whoever rolls delve.
Patagon. You're gonna get that +4 for your delve roll. Like as Akhana sets up this circle of the silver thread, like you flash and you start seeing almost like it's overlaid on top of itself. You start to see folk song as it was for a moment. You start to feel folk song as it was. You start to feel your magic. And you hear in the distance a song you haven't heard in a very long time. It's it feels like Whistle Stop is playing.
Nice.
The song of my people.
The song of the train.
Cass, you're all set up, able, like, you light the fuse. What did Cass light the fuse with? Do you have like a box of matches, or did you like? Is it a cool lighter?
Spark 2 no bullets.
Or are you shooting it?
Ooh, are you shooting it?
Are you shooting it? Cass. Saying as Cass is kind of scarce, not scarce on ammo, but he doesn't want to use ammo that much. I'm sure he brought a box of matches, or he probably bought a box of matches.
It's like, light that match, light it up, get back to the circle. As soon as you approach the circle, roll me that delve, Patagon, and add
Okay.
4 to it.
Okay. Is it still an occult delve, or is it a...
Yeah, it's gonna be delve occult.
Okay.
In this situation, it could be delve occult, religion, or desolate, but
Okay.
Akhana is providing the religion. Oh, fucking natural 10. Thank you for like making that perfect for me.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys fall through like reality. Like for like you are Akhana didn't know she was doing it. But she literally created a hole to the in-between. And as you all fall through, thinking about where you needed to get to, thinking about safety, you fall into Tisk's bar right outside of Folksong, or the remainder of Folksong. Or
I
Yoke.
could use a drink.
And Tisk just is like, what the hell? As you guys also see Royce, who has fallen out of the in-between with you.
Oh boy. Do we have a story for you?
Clementine just does the finger gun salute thing, just waves kind of thing. Royce.
Royce has spent over 12 years stuck in the chaos realities.
Wow.
Dude, how you been?
I can't answer for Royce. I don't know if he's. Like, I know he said where he like what his story was earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's just like
It's Royce.
Royce. What he was in the chat before. He's not in the
Earlier,
call.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, he's not in. No.
but no, using religion and silver thread. Like,
Summon Royce.
Who do you? Yeah, that's how you summon Royce.
I figured it out, y'all.
Oh yeah, we got him.
And like, it's fine. I'm gonna want to get him in for the next game, the beginning of the next game. I'm gonna want Royce. I think we kind of fade there. I think it's that moment where we all fall out of a portal and you see an extra body laying on the ground, and it's just Royce. 12 years after fucking getting the shit kicked out of him or kicking the shit out of all sorts of strange creatures that don't exist here. But we are in the ruins of Folksong. In the Twitch up and like in our Discord RP, I'm gonna make a channel for this stuff that is going to connect between. We're gonna delve into like Folksong's crater, try to find some weapons to use against Howl. We've already slowed down his plans enough by destroying the train that you guys can. You have not all the time in the world, but you do have enough time, and we'll make rolls in there, and we'll probably play the second part of this game in April.
Okay.
Great thing. Can Cass look up into the portal and just see the explosion happen?
Absolutely, we can see that
Yeah.
explosion happening.
Yeah.
like the
Shit.
railroad spikes and like big pieces of wood just cleaving through Howl's army of skeletons on their way there.
Amazing.
The metal wreckage is just like, you really like, you you know how to blow things up, and like B, it's not the best made structure, but now we have freed some of the dwarves. They will definitely join you guys's work against Howl. Freed the dwarves,
Nice.
made it to
Allies.
Tisk. Allies.
Yeah.
3
So the-
silver dwarves.
3 silver dwarves. Sounds like a fairy tale.
This would be
We
the
are
place
near
for
both
it.
of
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next time we play this, it's not gonna be a 6-man game, but like I do want to get Royce and like in it, and I want Howl to basically play the villain. Because of the way that heart works, and like I don't ever make rolls against you, I just like choose how you get hurt. Howl's gonna be the one that chooses all of that.
Jeez.
That's giving him way too much power.
And to be fair, like he's got to choose based off the thing. So when it says that you take like
Mhm.
minor fallout and stuff, he can only pick from the minor fallouts. He doesn't get to
Mhm.
pick like you're dead now.
Because that's cheating.
But that is cheating.
Effing
Well, wait, hold on. You have a scythe that just says you're dead now.
I do. I also plan on using this nice dimensional site to get us to where we need to go next time.
Next time.
Next time.
But that is this game so far. I just didn't feel like we had enough time to like get into another step of it. So like a really good like where the curtains would like cut off. We're gonna be doing like a downtime thing. We'll probably do that in that RP. So like if you guys ever see that like how to like clear your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
we'll do that there so that we don't have to spend screen time doing it.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Mhm.
can
Gonna
clear
get
up fallout.
stitched up. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, real quick recap. 12 years after, oh sorry, here we go. 12 years after this silver thimble mysteriously disappears, Patagon begins putting together a crew to get revenge on now Lord of Necromancers and Undead, Howl, as Howl is amassing an army in the Neverglades. Like we had to go find Clem, who has like become kind of a recluse in his like years of trauma, and like he gathered Cass and Akhana with him, and they fought a giant fucking lava creature and carved out many of his body parts to use against him. Discovered that this creature had killed both Thaddeus and Geary, but not letting their deaths go to waste. We gathered Thaddeus's notes and some of Geary's weapons. Then, on our way, we discovered a lich building a railroad track for the ghost train, and fucking dispatched of him. Just blew his arm off, stabbed him through the chest, and knocked his head clean off. Akhana has gathered Howl's gun that he had lent to this lich, his death hand, and Akhana is getting the ability to use death hand again through the combination of that lich's flaming heart and this part of Howl's magic. Kind of using religion and silver thread, like to make them have a safe journey, ended up teleporting them through the in-between, and just happened to be in that in-between was Royce that we pulled out. And then we looked up, and cool guys tend to look at explosions, I guess, as we saw the railroad track blow into 1,000 pieces, and like millions of pieces actually, and just carve through the army of skeletons that was there. as Howl sits on his throne, sending 3 vampires and a goth girl after you.
That's so low.
Until it's a little rude, I would say, a little rude, but you know, got to use up all the NPCs. So thank you all for coming and playing this ridiculous game. Yeah, go ahead and play that fortune teller card whenever you want. We'll probably play that game after we play the second part of this, or hold on to it, whatever you're good with. Assyria. And yeah, that was a pretty cool game. I like Heart the City Beneath.
Yeah, that was really cool. I really like that.
It was a lot of fun.
Very
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to do the next one.
I am also excited to do the next one. Okay.
It's very fun.
Okay.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Do you want it to be a game that you're in, Akhana, or just a game that you're watching? It can be either.
Yeah, I think a game that I'm not playing, so I can maybe focus on like the clues or
Yeah, absolutely.
not be distracted
So
by shiny things.
tomorrow. Oh, go ahead.
So I said I don't want to be
tomorrow-
distracted by shiny things.
So many shiny things.
Mhm.
So tomorrow we're playing an officer game with Lore, Blueberries, Kay, and was it Tobias? Or could he not? Yes. Lore, Blueberry, Kay, and Tobias are the officers of the game as we are fixing the brass orb that we found at the bottom. Well, not at the bottom, but we found in the Celestial Sea that definitely amplifies the music. We know this. We're going to do some studying. We're going to like everybody in the chat will definitely have an opportunity to help out. If you guys want to do probably Josh and Tobias like a favor, because like neither one of those have they haven't been around nearly as much like for the RP and stuff. If you could just say what the type into the workshop what department you are, and then like one thing that you're good at, like engineering or like fighting or like what you think you would bring to this kind of job, just very short, so that we can like gather those up for those players, just so we know what you're good at. Like we know, me, Nika, and like all the people that like spend every day with you all, but I just want to like make it easier for players so that they know when to pull you in. And yeah, anything else? Oh, and then Monday we have For the Queen, as we make our second trip to Lydian for a full game situation. And we get to dance.
All right, then I think
Am I good?
we shall
Did I run out?
wrap up here.
Thank everybody for all your support with the
Wait. I got one more
Celestial
thing.
Sea
I got one
glow
thing.
ups.
What's
go
your,
ahead.
what's
Go
your
for
other
it.
thing?
That's my one. I think this.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, showing off.
Oh.
Mm.
What?
I will get you guys the list of the crew that you can choose from. I'll get that
Lucky
done
duck.
tonight.
Nice, nice, nice.
Exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Nice.
So cool.
Get to play a bad guy. Bad is a strong word.
Mm.
Tofu, thank you for subbing on Streamlabs.
I love this game. This game is so cool. I'm not just Heart the City Beneath, but the thing that we do. It's just like, thank you all for your support, and it's just like it's so crazy fun. It's so fun. We did a musical episode, and now we're doing Grimdark.
So
We
can do
make
whatever
a
we want.
meeting.
There are no rules.
Oh, we're going super fucking sci-fi later this month, just so you guys know. I don't want to spoil things for you, but we're going
Can't wait.
sci-fi. Yay!
Nice, nice.
Alright, so we're gonna wrap up. We will see y'all tomorrow at normal time for Officer Game. Yeah, bye forever.
Bye forever.
Bye forever.
Bye.
Goodbye.
In the celestial sea where stars align, Lockstitch will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew a beacon of light will work to unravel secrets entwined. Lore with her care and lust for life, turning the cogs in her curious mind. Scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Sail on a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renick the brain with numbers and might, 4 arms, 4 eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse, unveiling the secrets in cosmic dance. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An age-old mystery, and Lockstitch holds the